Hello, it's Sean Zing, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 12 on the year. I told you I was going to do one a week. I've been behind the eight ball, but we're getting ahead of the curve now. So I think we're getting close to, it might be even the 12th week of the year. I have to confirm that. But I am definitely making sure my goals are being hit. I hope you are too. And I continue to try to add value to your daily lives and bring on guests that can help you tremendously. So right now, I want to bring on my next guest, Christian Loran from Cinema Flight. I don't have any clapping or anything yet, but this is how we all start off. But Christian, again, you've been a part of video with myself for a couple of years now, and we've been friends and business partners. And can you give a little intro so those that don't know who you are can get to know who you are?
Sure. My name is Christian from Cinema Flight. Basically, we can help you with anything digital media marketing related. We do everything from website development, social media marketing, graphic design, branding, video production, animated explainer videos, whiteboard videos. We're licensed to fly drones. Like pretty much if you have a business and you are looking to either revamp your existing website or online presence, or if you don't have a good foundation or presence and you're looking to build one, we can help you set up everything so that you come across extremely professional, because in the end, everything is about perceived value. If you can make yourself look professional, like there's numerous occasions where people will look at my company and think that, you know, I'm a team of like 15 people, when in reality, you know, it's about 5 people behind the scenes. But everything is perceived value in regards to the way that you make your website look, the way that you promote yourselves, and etc. So if you need help with anything along those lines, we have packages where we can help you with everything in a bundle. You know, to get you up and running, or we can help you with individual things. Like there are numerous industries that we service where if you just need a website, if you need help with putting together an individual campaign, if you just need a flyer, if you're a realtor and you need a photo shoot or a 3D tour or drone shots or a package for, you know, photos, video, drone shots, everything. There's a wide variety of things that we do, and on our website, it basically showcases everything if you're interested in learning more, but I don't want to ramble on for too long.
No, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day. There's a lot of people, and you work with a lot of real estate agents that are still hustling, that are still working.
Yep.
And, you know, it's not just all about, I know a lot of people can't show homes, but there's ways of making sure you have photos done properly. You have the video tours, you have drone work. Those are key things for agents, but it costs some money. A lot of them don't want to spend any money and just do videos with their own phone and hope it gets uploaded properly on the MLS. And that's all they think they need to do instead of having a web presence or a social media presence.
There are a lot of agents, like you'd be surprised that, I mean, when it comes to real estate, I feel that why would you treat, regardless of the size, even if it's a mobile home, why would you treat it differently than, let's say, selling a mansion? Just envision if you were selling a used car, okay? Are you gonna take photos of a car covered in dirt that looks like shit? No, right. You're gonna clean it up. You're gonna maybe drive it to an open lot, you know, and try and take shots on a sunny day to just hopefully get the most amount of money that you can get for it. So what blows my mind is the amount of realtors that will go through a listing and they just take photos either with their cell phone or they'll just get basic shots taken. And then that's it. They add it to the MLS. But if you were to question, you know, what else are you doing to best showcase the house? A lot of them are not doing that much more. But if you look at the realtors that focus on digital marketing and, you know, they treat their listing like a very, very high-end product and do whatever they can to best showcase it, those are the realtors that end up selling listings, that go into bidding wars and sell for above asking price. And especially with the market that we're in right now, given the fact that it's a buyer's market, there's a low inventory, now there's crisis and all this stuff that's going on. I feel everything is going to boil down to how realtors are able to shift and be able to still promote things even with all this madness that is going on. I'm still out and going and doing shoots for people, and the reason being is because people can, like Zillow, just if you look at Zillow shut down the ability to market open houses in lieu of like this crisis that is going on. So now it's kind of leaving it into the hands for realtors to proactively go about marketing open houses. And it's you're gonna have to get creative. And now all the realtors that kind of relied on the dinosaur methodology of showcasing homes are going to be probably taken over by the people that understand technology and, let's say, could do something like what we're doing right now and live stream. So in my opinion, even though with what's going on right now, the ones that are smart and will end up leveraging good photography, 3D tours, and walkthrough videos. I mean, even before this crisis happened, there's been agents that I've done work with where they've told me, like, listen, the property went into a bidding war, and the person that outbid and won never stepped foot in the property until after the fact. They weren't able to be in the state, but they were interested in the house. So I feel that proves and solidifies like the value of good digital marketing and 3D tours and having all that stuff in advance, especially during a time like this. People still need to move. Houses still are going to need to be sold, even though all this craziness is going on. But focusing on this type of stuff will help allow it to continue going on, even with the crisis that's going on.
Oh, definitely. And for those that are jumping on right now, hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. And in the comments, please drop a comment with your business. If you have a website, if you have a cell phone that you want to share out there so we could all collaborate. It's why we do this, so we could all connect and grow our business. And some of the topics I want to share with Christian and try to kind of zero in on some of our conversations, that's what I kind of come up with this show, is I want to talk about how things are happening as far as affecting or things that you do with your family. One about health, and then we'll talk about business and how those that are watching can gain some value of some things that you might do in those type of topics. So with your family, I know a lot of people are complaining about seeing their husband or wife too often and seeing their kids and actually being a parent. It's comical to me and my wife because we see this all over, the negative social media. Some people just put all the doom and gloom and the negativity out there. I don't really appreciate that. I kind of scroll right through that kind of thing. But I enjoy having more time with my wife and my daughter and having that freedom. How do you guys feel, and what's going on with you?
In my opinion, there really has not been that much of a change other than the fact that my son is now home with us all the time. And I mean, when we first had him, he's a little over 2 years old now. My wife and I already raised him in my business partner's business. Like, my business partner and I have the 2 retail stores. We have the marketing agency. So in the beginning, the plan was that we're going to have to take care of him. So we took care of him in the beginning, but then put him into preschool recently. I'd say he was probably in preschool for 6 months, or I'm not sure the exact number, but we got used to that flow of we have freedom to work, and he's not here. But now that he's back, there was a little bit of a transition in the first couple of days, but now we're just learning to work with it. It's not like it's an issue. And what I like is knowing that he sees what I'm doing. Right. Like, he's in here now, and what's awesome is that before he went into school, he could barely speak. In the short amount of time that he's been in school now, he could basically say sentences. So, like, he's in here asking questions, looking at the computer. When I do videos, I still fly the drone outside. So to me, it's not an issue. Aside from business, what I've been using this time, like, for numerous years, I've just always been into like gardening. My grandpa used to have a farm and etc. I don't have a lot of land, but I have a decent, sized backyard. So what I've been doing with my son and with my wife, that is a great way to pass time and also a value during what's going on right now. My plan is, and I do this every year. It's not like I plan based on this crisis. Right. I buy like 45 different packets of vegetables, of fruit, and then I've got all these seed starting trays and etc. And literally, what I do with him, we get dirt, we fill up the trays, we plant all these seeds, we label things, etc. And we're growing food. And we built these flower beds in the backyard and this whole garden thing. And like, I was already doing this. It's not like I was doing it planning for the coronavirus type thing. But now, hearing all this shit about like there's lines at the grocery stores and etc. I'm just thinking back to last year, and I had one tomato plant that there was over 100 tomatoes on the plant.
Wow.
This year I'm planting 15 different types, and that's just tomatoes, let alone the other types of things I'm going to have going on. So every single day I have him help me. Like we live in front of a state park. I mean, state land. So like literally it's endless acres of woods. So we go, I move leaves, get fresh dirt, bring it in buckets. He helps carry, like my wife helps. Like basically we've just been running the business, but now with the free time, since we're all home, we've just been doing a lot of spring cleaning. But the funny part is we're cleaning, but every time we clean, my son is making a mess. So that's like we go outside, let him be in the garden because he could mess with the dirt, do all that type of stuff, and it's okay. But really, that's been one of the main things, is just kind of doing that, because by May, when I move everything outside, like right now I've got a bunch of stuff inside, like little seedlings growing, corn, watermelon, tomatoes, all this type of stuff, and then it's just going to be ready to go outside. But also we've just been focusing on like brainstorming ideas, like honestly, like technically we're still working on the web cards thing, you and I, or whatever, and so like this is now giving us more free time to brainstorm on ideas on that, and I've just been getting more work done. You know, it's just, even though this stuff has been going on, really business has not slowed down for me that much. But a lot of the people who I used to meet with to manage their websites and film videos and things of that nature, some of them want to hold off for a little bit. So we've been doing, you know, more online digital things, animated videos, animating characters speaking, things of that nature. But with realtors, things are still rocking. So it's not like I've experienced that much of a slowdown.
Let's continue. And I really appreciate what you were saying about your family and what you're doing on this. That nothing's really changed. You just kind of, you know, adding more time with the family, which is awesome. So let's continue with the flow with business. And you know, hinted about the web cards and what was, you know, the benefit, do you believe, that people out there watching, a lot of them have business cards, those paper cards, and with pictures that were probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and they haven't replaced them. I think the value with a web card is really, it's a mini website on steroids that acts as your business card. That you actually have the analytics, so you can see where you're seeing where these cards are going and who's opening them up. You can have all this data. You can have it linked to your CRM. What other benefits are involved with these?
So, I mean, especially during a time like now, like let's say we end up doing one of our digital networking events, like what we have in the works.
Yep.
So how are people going to hand out their business cards? They're going to take photos and send it? No, that's like, then you're giving an extra step for people to have to, if they're really interested in working with you, then they'll copy your information, but you're just adding an additional step. And also when you meet in person during a networking meeting, like honestly, well, I'm just being honest, even though I go and I network frequently, there's been occasions where a pair of pants goes in the wash that had business cards in it. You know, my wife threw them out. She didn't realize I was meaning to hold on to that stack that was on the table. Like so many different little things. Whereas I feel if someone really is interested in working with you and you captivated them when you were at a networking event, why not just be like, listen, what's your phone number real quick? Because your phone number was probably already going to be on your business card. And let me just text you this link, okay? And this link has all my information, and you could quickly save my info to your phone. And this way, if you want to reach out to me, if you're serious about learning more, you've got all the info that is needed, and you don't have to worry about losing a piece of paper. I mean, I know it sounds cheesy, but you're not hurting the environment or wasting money on print costs. But also, if you're looking for something that's just an easier alternative or a more simplistic alternative to a website, I'll press the
let's try this share. Let's check it out.
Share screen thing real quick. Alrighty.
And again, those that are on, please #live. Put in the comments a little bit what you're about, what kind of business.
So you see my screen now, right?
Yep.
All right. So the whole concept behind the web card design is that if you are on a desktop computer, it looks like a website. It's got, all these things here, the forms, that we can customize specific to you. Like, here's your form that we set up for you. It's also, you know, it's set up in a way where it's not like people can just spam you. It needs to capture certain information. And this form could be customized. Like, this has all your things specific to connectionmachine.biz and what you do. But if someone wanted something set up specific to their business, hold on one second. I just had an alarm going off. But if someone wants something set up specific to their business, we could do the same thing here. It's got a blurb about you that's custom. It's got your video, and then all these buttons here. Right now on a desktop computer, if someone were to click these, it's going to bring them to your website or open up an email. They could call you. It could save your V-card information. But if you're on a mobile phone, real quick, you still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On a mobile device, everything resizes and it looks nice and mobile friendly and it looks like an application. So when you text this to someone, it looks professional. I've seen examples of other solutions out there that exist, and it may look okay on a mobile device, but then once you blow it up to, let's say, a desktop computer, it looks like some weird skinny thing in the center of the screen that just, it doesn't have a professional perceived value. This, everything could be customized. The photos, your logos, the text, what things are linked to, the background images, the color schemes, the icons, all that type of stuff. And then all you need to do to share this with someone is literally just copy this URL, or if you're on a mobile phone, you can just easily hold down and copy it, and then you just text this to the person. And then now they have all your information, and it's just easy for them to get in touch with you. But on your side, like I've gone over here's the main website, but there's all these integrations that can be integrated with your CRM. Like, for example, with Sean, I have it set up with you where it links to your HubSpot account. Also, there's the dashboard on the back end that, like, I'm not going to play the audio of the video, but this is the video that we shared with people previously that kind of just gives like a high-level overview of things. But really, it's just meant to be a simplistic way where you send someone this, boom, they get your page, they could look at it, it's got all your information, it serves the same exact purpose that a business card would serve. But the question that I say to everyone that owns a business card is, can you track it? You spent the money on your on printing them, but do you know when you gave it out to, let's say, those 10 people at a networking event, if anyone actually looked at it? Like, the value of this is that you can tell people, like, hey, give me your phone number, I'm going to text it to you. And then on your dashboard, you're able to see if someone filled out your form. You're able to go and look at the dashboard and see if anyone looked at your card and how they looked at your card. So if it was at a networking event, someone would have came directly to your card because you texted them the link. So there'd be no referring URL. But in this dashboard, if you see where it says refers, if someone, let's say you shared your card on Facebook or on LinkedIn or somewhere else, in your dashboard, that referring link would end up showcasing where the traffic came from. So it just allows you to end up being more proactive with, like, the money that you're spending. I'm going to go put it back to the screen share now real quick. Turn this off. But it just allows you to be more, like, proactive with your marketing and be able to track things. Like, everyone that does marketing wants to be able to track shit. So that's the one bane of business cards. It's like you hand it out and you kind of hope that people are going to give you a call. But what's interesting about this is that you could text people this and then see who was looking at it. And it just gives you more insight in regards to, was that networking event worthwhile? You know, I always go to this. How many people have actually reached out to me or followed up? You know, like, aside from, let's say, business that you get, it's just still interesting to know, like, I got one job from this, but 10 other people were looking at this, you know, and were reading and et cetera, and showcased interest, or someone filled out the form because I made it simple for them to get in touch, you know? So that's really was what my concept was behind it. It was kind of like I saw a couple other things out there that existed, and then I was just like, let's see what I could put together in a day, you know?
And made it happen. So those that are interested, definitely check out mine. Go to the purchase card, check out the website, check out the video, and replay this, and you could definitely learn some things as well. Let's end on health. What are some things that you would share those that are watching to keep them healthy? I know you talked about earlier about having a garden and having vegetables and everything else. Is there anything else that you kind of focus on with you, your family, about your health?
Honestly, I feel it would stem back to the whole food thing. I feel everything boils down to like food and what you eat. And what I've realized is that the reason why I like gardening and growing my own stuff is because you're in complete control. Like as a business owner, how I like being in control of shit.
Yeah.
Like the notion of knowing that like, wow, these tomatoes that I got or this food that I got, you know, yeah, it tastes good, but this was picked when it was, you know, bright green when it's not ripe and it sat on a truck and then turn, you know, to the proper color. And that's why you end up getting food where it's like, it's red, it's a red tomato, but it's like, so I don't know how to explain the flavor on the inside, but it's like, if you've ever tasted a tomato that you grew in your backyard yourself, or cucumbers or watermelon, there is a significant difference. And then the fact that you can let the vegetables or the fruit stay on the vine until like vine ripened fruit, not picked because it had to go into a box. Like if you let tomatoes go into like mid-October when it's just about getting cold again, they're still on the vine. The plant is like almost dying, but when you pick those things off and you try those tomatoes, I'm telling you, like you would never want to go to a store and buy it again. And then also when you realize that even with the stuff that you buy from the store, you could slice those tomatoes in half or certain fruits and etc. and just let the seeds dry and then replant it. And the notion that, like I said, last year I didn't go to the farmer's market and buy stuff. I went into my backyard on my deck and picked stuff. Fresh basil, parsley, cilantro, everything. And I just feel like it's interesting knowing that also I'm in control of what I'm feeding the plants. Like I don't throw out garbage. I have a compost pile in the back where I'll take food, eggshells, anything that is like of organic matter, and just stir that shit up, put leaves on top of it, and then over like a course of 6 months, that biodegrades down and turns into soil that people go and buy in Home Depot in bags to go, you know, bring and put into their garden beds. Meanwhile, if you just read books or go online and watch YouTube videos,
Yeah.
there is a wealth of information, or ask me a question. There's a wealth of information out there where you can just be self-sufficient. Like, I mean, for me, just the notion of knowing that I'm feeding my son something that I grew in my own backyard and I watched, like, I literally planted the seed. I know every aspect of where it came from and what I fed it. I didn't put pesticides on the plants or any of that type of shit. And then boom. And I let him pick it and he loves it, you know? So it's like, for me, there's nothing cooler than that. And like I guess from a health standpoint, hold on. I've got these things always growing around in the house or whatever, like the aloe shit. You get a cut, you know, or like there if you just Google it, there's so many different things that you could literally just keep in your house growing that like could just you have a cut, you have a burn, Christian falls and gets a scrape or whatever. You could literally just break a little piece off of that, rub it on. I mean, that's not to say like I'm not a psycho where I'm like, I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want to use. I mean, we'll go buy Tylenol and shit. We'll get Motrin. It's not like I'm saying like I'm crazy like that, but I just find it to be interesting that if you just research and read a little, and if you have space in your backyard, like it's probably going to be to the point this year where I'm just going to be going and offering neighbors like, hey, you want some free stuff? You know, like if you're going to be going and waiting in line at the grocery store or whatever, maybe I'll be able to help you out. But that's what I find to be one of the coolest things is that you can provide stuff for your family. You can feel good inside that you know that you just grew your own food and where it came from. And then if you do it in a method where you kind of grow a little bit more than you need to, then you could be the bearer of you know, amazing food and go give it to your neighbors, give it to friends and family. And, you know, all around, it just makes you feel good and it's awesome.
No, I really appreciate all this value that was in this conversation, man. That's why we do what we do, so that those that are watching, if you're not gaining any value, you might want to replay this live and take some notes, because there's lots of value here. Definitely, you know, connect with Christian. Christian, how do they get in contact with you?
You can contact me by going to cinemaflight.com, or if you reach out to me on Facebook, you could just you know, send me a message. Or if you're friends with Sean, you could always funnel through Sean to get to me. But other than that, if I need tomatoes, Christian. Okay, I have to Start
See
delivering.
Maria.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, other than that, pretty much cinemaflight.com, or you could call 973-650-0513. My email is christian@cinemaflight.com, but pretty much go to the website or give me a call, text me, or message me on social media. But I'm typically always responsive, or someone from my team will respond.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you taking some time out today and dropping some valuable information. And we'll be in touch. And guys, if you want to check out those web cards, definitely let us help you grow your business for sure. So, Christian, have yourself.
I guess the last thing I would say is the web cards are of value for people where it serves the purpose for them. But if there's someone that, let's say, they look at the Connection Machine website, or they look at cinemaflight.com, or they look at like our case studies and see sites that we've built for other people, the web card things it's a specific niche. But if you need more than that, you could call Sean and ask questions, etc. He helps resell things that we do, or you could call us. I mean, when you reach out to Sean ends up he could end up giving you a promo code that's specific to him, help you save a little bit of money on certain projects. But even if you need something more advanced, like a full-blown website, if you need e-commerce features, you want to be able to accept payments, you need custom forms, something that's more than just a single page web card, we can build out an entire presence and help you with your branding, graphics, everything to put together a very professional site. During this time now, a lot of businesses are realizing, like, oh shit, I can't meet with people. What am I going to do? How am I going to promote my products, my services, and etc.? So this is a time to kind of reevaluate. If you don't have a website, maybe a web card could serve as a solution to help with your needs, or brainstorm what you may want with a website and reach out to Sean, and he could explain how, like, literally we could put together anything for you, and it can help you out during this time to promote what you do and to be able to track things.
Right. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. Have yourself an awesome rest of your day, brother.
Alrighty, have a good one, man.
Who was this last one? Oh, yeah, definitely. Maria, we'll get you in contact with Christian for sure. There you have it, guys. Another phenomenal person, Christian Loran, Cinema Flight. If you need any help with video, drones, virtual tours, you have photography, videography, let us know. Let us help you. And I appreciate your time. Check out connectionmachine.biz. Check out my web card. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call. Have yourself an awesome day.